come to you. First, Deven Ghelani is Director of Policy and Practice, one of the architects of the universal credit system. So it's fair to ask, has it become too generous? Is it being abused in any way? Your reaction to what we heard from the PM. Good morning.
Morning, Nick. How are you?
Good, thank you, sir.
I don't think benefits themselves have become too generous. They're worth 8% less than they were 10 years ago. So I don't think it's the generosity of benefits. There is a point here about the number of people claiming out of work benefits. Just one point on the numbers you quoted.
Yes, go ahead.
The 280 billion includes the state pension. So is there money we could take out without causing a great deal of pain? It would probably be, the simplest thing would be to have the courage to announce the end of the triple lock. It's done its job. Pension poverty is down, and the support is there now for older people. It's people of working age who have seen their benefits cut, as I said, by 8% over the last 10 years. And it's a really important point. It's the number of people who are sick on out of work benefits that's driving the increase in costs here. It isn't the generosity of benefits to those people themselves.
But why has it gone up threefold in a decade?
So, there are more people who are out of work who are unwell. They are...
Why? Sorry to keep parroting what the... But why have we suddenly got 3 times sicker?
It's a great point. It's actually... So I did some work on this ahead of the call, and I just happened to look it up, and there are 15% more people who are on out of work benefits who aren't expected to look for work. That says they're so sick that all they can do is start trying to get better first before we ask them to get back into work.
Okay.
Their benefits are more. They get more benefits if they are sicker, which makes sense because they can have a path back into work. I think it's important that they get the financial protection that they need. Why are they sicker? Well, I think they are sicker. Like, we've come out of the pandemic, and there are drivers there that I think have really pushed up benefits, but they were going up before that as well. I think the other big driver has been some of the reforms that the government's put in the context of austerity means that you've got quite a punitive regime. That means if you can access slightly more, if you are sick, it helps you to avoid what is quite a punitive sanctions regime.
And just lastly, because you're far more an expert in this field than I, how difficult or easy or otherwise is it to persuade a doctor or some form of clinician that you are sick? Are these easily done? Are these very difficult to do? How does that work?
It's not a very good system. So a lot of people are told that they are fine, and then when they appeal, the tribunal system finds that actually, no, you should be getting these benefits. So it's not, you have to go through a significant process to get access to them. I think that one of the challenges, Nick, is that once you are in that place, because you have that protection from sanctions and conditionality, it's very risky to try and get better in some respects, because then you have to go back into the old regime. So I think having a much more supportive regime that helps get people, the government's back to work plan is actually quite a good plan from what I can see, because you can access that support without necessarily risking your benefits. And
I will leave it there. Always enjoy speaking with you. Thanks for the time you put in. Deven Ghelani is Director of Policy and Practice, one of the architects of this system.